So here's the thing, the Denver Metro North isn't quite what you're thinking when we're talking about 3 popular neighborhoods as you would think is downtown Denver. It's new. In the last 10 years, the 3 neighborhoods we're about to show you right now weren't even in existence.
Yeah, today we're going to kind of show you how far these neighborhoods are from Denver. We're going to dive into how to get there because it's very accessible. And then we're going to talk about the average price point per neighborhood.
All right, here we go. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. Your Colorado real estate family here. Pete Sweeney. I got Chelsea over on camera. First things first, before we get started, guys, we love providing these videos for you for anyone looking to move into the Colorado area. Give us a subscribe, a thumbs up, call the number right below, guys. We really love to bring in these videos, so blow this channel up. Let's get some more audience. The neighborhood that we're going to talk about here is the Layton-Candelas area. This is probably the furthest west area that we're going to show you in the Denver Metro North. It's in the foothills, and probably about 10 years ago, none of this was even here. Average price point of last year has been about $615. Super popular area by far, and it's blowing up like crazy. On to Chelsea.
Hey guys, I'm so excited to talk to you about this neighborhood. This is the area that I grew up in, so it's really dear to my heart. So we are here at Layton Rock, and this is about 30 minutes from Denver. So you would take one of our main highways, I-25, a short distance before you jump onto I-70 and come west. So this area, one of the reasons it's really desirable is because it's in the foothills of our Rocky Mountains. So you'll see as we show you some of the pictures that even if you're kind of tucked into the neighborhood, because of all of the hills, a lot of them have a really beautiful view. Just like Peter had mentioned before, none of this was here. In fact, fun fact about us, when we were first dating, we used to drive up and down these roads because they're so beautiful. It was so dark and you could see all the stars. Now with the new development, when this first came in here, a lot of the homeowners were having to go kind of further into the older area to go to your grocery stores and kind of get all of that. Now, this has become its own space. They have, you know, King Soopers and everything that you need all within its, they even built a new school right here around the corner. So everything is really accessible now, and this is becoming a really desirable neighborhood.
All right, guys, welcome to the second half of the neighborhood, the Candelas. The Candelas is the newer, very much still being developed area of this neighborhood. It's a great area for sure. It's only just a hop, skip, and jump to Layton. Layton's right over there, so they're right next to each other. This is the area that's really getting developed right now. The supermarket's just right over the street this way. One big reason this area is blowing up is because all the talks about the tollway coming right through here. Now, there's a lot of discussion about it. A lot of people don't like it, some do, but Jefferson Parkway is still in the middle of trying to be developed just right through this area right here. They just did soil tests all last year, so all it takes right now is the funding, and before you know it, the tollway, which connects all around the Denver metro area together, will be completed. So maybe in a couple of years, we'll see where that's at.
Right now I'm standing in Anthem, and we are going to talk about the second top neighborhood in the Denver Metro North, being made up of Anthem and Baseline. So this is Anthem, and let me tell you guys, this neighborhood is very big. It's very large. It's probably one of the largest in Broomfield, to be honest. It has a ton of different ponds throughout the whole community. In a minute here, I'm going to show you their amazing pool and all of that, but really what it comes down to is this neighborhood is so big, it feels like it's its own community. So moms, families, like there are trails all up and down through this neighborhood that you can run or walk, and you're never really leaving the neighborhood. How to get here. So this would be only 30 minutes from Denver. So when we were just talking about Layton and Candelas, that was 30 minutes, this is 30 minutes, but this is significantly further north. And the reason that it's really only 30 minutes from Denver is its accessibility. You would take Highway 25 all the way up to Highway 7, and you would go west, and then it's going to be right off of Highway 7. So super easy if somebody's working downtown or if they have to commute for their drive. This is a really awesome neighborhood that's just north of Denver, only 30 minutes. So I talked to you guys about all the different ponds. Here is one of the ponds, and it's actually right by the clubhouse. It is pretty big, and I don't know if you can tell, but there is a walking trail that is gravel all the way around it to make it really nice for running and things like that. And then outside the clubhouse is huge. I can only imagine the stuff that they do in this clubhouse. But right outside the clubhouse is the swimming pool, and this thing is made up of 2 huge slides. So I don't know if you can tell, but there's a blue slide and a yellow slide. I mean, you could probably have your kids go there, and that would be just entertaining for hours. So definitely a really cool area. It's kind of peaceful out here. You can see the mountains. Here, I'll walk over here and see if I can show you in the background, but you can see the mountains in the distance. Like, it is beautiful. I mean, hilly enough that you're getting all the views, but yet you're kind of in the middle and close to everything.
All right, so yeah, here we are. We're in the first half of the second neighborhood we really want to talk about. We're talking about Anthem right now. Baseline is the second half, and Anthem, in a sense, this is more the suburban side, where you have the single family homes, you have the homes with a little bit more space, you have parks all over in this community. This community is so large that they have multiple pools throughout the entire community. They have different sections of Anthem, so they're all called different things. Anthem Reserve, Anthem Peaks, like stuff like that. They have these ponds all over. We have an airport. It's kind of cool. My son loves airplanes, so like watching the biplanes and everything fly over, it's really cool kind of seeing that side of things as well too. So the price points you're looking at with this area, you're looking at about $500,000 up. You know, I say you probably max out around $7. You do have some more $1 million style homes more south of here, and even if you go a little bit over north of here as well by the airport kind of. But yeah, this is just a great area. There's so much to do. If you're coming into Colorado with a family, this is where you want to be. You have plenty of space to get out and play and do what you want to do. I know, like, having kids here and having all these different pools with the water slides and such, that's amazing, just to be able to have all this entertainment to do with your kids, and you're never leaving the community at all. So on our way to Baseline. All right, the second half of our number 2 neighborhood is Baseline, and this place is blowing up. So what it's essentially supposed to be is complete the triangle between Denver and Boulder, and then you got Baseline right on the corner of that. So you have I-25 that comes up to Baseline, and then you can take Highway 7 all the way straight out to Boulder. This is going to be more the urban part of our second neighborhood. Like I said, Anthem before was more about kind of your suburbia. You've got your single family homes, a lot more space, a lot more yard work, you know, all that type of stuff. This is more of your live, work, play, learn. They're going to have some universities here and stuff. So this is more of your all-in-one kind of inclusive. You got your solar here. You got all kinds of renewable energy and such. It's not really, like I said, there's something in me. I don't know if it's something messed up in my brain. I love having a lawn. I love being able to compete with my neighbor across the street. Here you're going to get more of these row home style houses where, you know, it's maintained by the HOA, and so you pay monthly to have everything maintained for you. So you essentially just come here to live and you maintain the inside of the house. So this is definitely more for the family that's looking for less maintenance on the outside of the house. Doesn't really care about giving up much of the outside area. They're a little bit closer, but you know, you got your row homes, your townhouses, your condos. There's going to be this huge urban center area where people can gather. They have shopping, they have restaurants, all kinds of great stuff to do inside of that space. So this is really cool if you're kind of looking for that downtown feel, but more in the northern Denver metro area. You know, it's not going to be as congested as downtown, but you're going to be a little bit more tight-knit, a little bit more community than your typical suburbia that we're looking at over at Anthem.
Here at Baseline, it's only about 35 minutes from Denver north. You would take I-25 north, get off on Highway 7 and head west, right off the highway. So super accessible if someone had to make the commute, say to Denver or to a job. I will say this area is brand new. We have a children's hospital right down the street, which is great because it's bringing a lot of healthcare providers up here. There wasn't a lot of medical stuff on west side of I-25. Now we're seeing doctor's offices, the new hospital, all of that. So really awesome for healthcare. The other thing too is that's just on Highway 7. When you start thinking about, you know, driving and getting in your car and going to all those things, you don't really have to do that in this area. This area has everything right when you come in. You can, instead of throwing your kids in the car, you could just walk out your door, put them in a stroller, and then take a whole, half a day going to get lunch, shopping, all of that. So it does have that downtown feel as far as, just being able to walk to everything, which people love about Denver. So, little further north, all brand new, but still walkability is just insane around here. Over to my right here is actually a school. So this is right within Baseline. So if, you did see some of the kids walking by, but the school is right here. So it really has everything that you need within this whole community. Now we are in the third and final neighborhood of our top 3 neighborhoods of the Denver Metro North area. And this is the Larkridge area. So Larkridge is a little different. It's the only neighborhood that's on the east side of I-25, and it's the same about 35 minutes from Denver, up I-25, which is our main highway going north and south, and then you're going to go east off of I-25 on Highway 7. So the difference over here is that this is all brand new area. So instead of having a couple large communities, this is really broken down to what we're going to be talking about 5 major communities. So that's North Creek, Morrison, Cundall Farms, East Creek, and Fairfield. So these range about 100 units to about 400 units, so a little on the smaller side. But I will tell you, this is our neck of the woods, and there is something to say about small neighborhoods. I will tell you that when you do get into a smaller neighborhood, even if you're a couple years in, or 2 to 5 years in buying a house, this is all brand new area. So you don't have any of those homeowners that have been here for 20 years. So it's been really nice as a family getting to know people. Everybody's new, everybody's kind of coming out. We've seen a lot of younger families, something that we can really relate to. Every time we go to the park, we meet a new family. Everybody's new, so they're all getting to know each other at the same level, and it really creates a very close-knit community.
So realistically, when we're talking about the Larkridge area, we're really talking about North Thornton. And we're talking north of 144th, where there's a ton of new development coming in. Like I said, you got the Top Golf. I don't know if you can see in the distance over my right shoulder right here, but you got the Top Golf out over there. We have the Orchard Outlet Mall. You have all this different shopping. We have a whole brand new multi-use community that's going in right across the field right here. So this is all dedicated open space. You got a great trail that you can really ride your bikes on and such. But across the way, you're going to have shopping. You're going to have new housing. You're going to have multifamily, a little bit of light industrial, but just a lot of new development going on. All this land is going to be built on. We have the 5 communities, and like I said, they're really expanding outwards, but they're smaller. They're a lot more tight knit. As Chelsea mentioned, it's so nice being in a newer neighborhood because everyone's new, and so you have a lot of younger families coming in, and we can all really get to know each other, get to meet each other's kids. Your kids get to grow up with each other. So a great way to really kind of grow up with each other and such. The reason that we really like this area is just because of all the great things that are coming in. Like I said, across the way you have Baseline, and you have the IKEA and everything going in over there. That's great. Just up north here, Larkridge, the shopping center is a little bit older, so it's been established, and it's almost like they were in front of the trend on what's going on, right? It was built probably about 10 years ago. You got your Home Depot, you got some liquor stores up there, B-Dubs, some great shopping, some great restaurants as well too. So here we are standing in the middle of the Larkridge Marketplace, which brings all these communities together in the Larkridge area, right? So you have all your shopping, whatever you want to do. This is a man's play place for sure. You got Top Golf over there, Home Depot, Dave Co., which is the largest liquor store in Colorado, all within a hand's reach in this area.
Yeah, the other thing I really like about this area, it kind of reminds me of where I grew up, where you have all these new communities and new buildings and new shopping stuff, but then like 1 block over, you still have the ranches and the horses. My kids love being able to drive to all of the shopping area and still be able to see, you know, kind of that ranch style living all within kind of this suburbia area. There's a couple of really cool places up here that I suggest seeing for sure. There's a cute little bakery. It's called Cherry on Top. This area where that bakery is, and this kind of this whole marketplace in the winter time, you know, they have lights, they have music playing in the summertime. It's just a really awesome area to be in.
Yeah, definitely. So this is Lark Ridge. This is our third and final place that we're going to show you all about. So if you guys could please give us a subscribe, give us a thumbs up, a like. We love you, and we look forward to giving you the next video. See ya.